precis i höjd med vagnarna.
زمین
En annan favoritplats för björnarna är dammen som de gärna leker och svalkar sig i.
چی میگه؟
انگلیسی میگه دیگه شاید سر آخری
خاموش کنید
فقط داو نزنین، فقط داو نزنین خلاص. سعی گفت برتون پایینا رو سعی کنین اگه میخوای شیر میره ببینین. آه چشمایتان رو باز کنین.
دیدار دامنی
گفت که تا نیم ساعت رو تا 40 دقیقه یا نیم ساعت وقت میگیره تا پارک دور بزنیم.
جای انداخته شیر خواهی حیوانات مامان اخیر
کو دیدی خیرسه؟ کجاست؟ خودش کجاست؟ او غارش هست.
او خیرسه شیر
ها؟
شاید اون طرف داغ بکنیم باز بکنیم دروازش رو بسته کنه که بکشه
بیکشه بود این جنگل کتا خدا نده کجا عرق کتاب گوشه میره میندازه خود که از دید آدم ها بخی گم باشه.
Now we leave the Swedish wilderness for a while and set off for the mountains. If you look up at the cliffs, you will soon see some of the world's mountain climbers. High, high up in mountain ranges around the world live many different animals that have adapted well to steep cliffs, heights and cold. The ibex have well-adapted hooves that attach almost like suction plugs to the surface, which is perfect when they have to jump between rocks. Vicuña have thick and dense wool that is both water repellent and warms against the cold. It also acts as protection against the strong sun up in the mountainous regions of the Andes. Red blood cells with an increased ability to absorb oxygen means that the vicuña does well in the thin air at high altitudes.
واقعا بزرگ کویی حقا خوبی رو زمان ما اختار
چهار نظر ندیدین شما؟ اوه چهار ندیدین.
Now we are approaching one of the most animal-rich areas in the park, the vast savannah. Up here on the right, we have safari camp. You can spend the night in a safari tent with the animals right by the campsite. In the morning, wake up with the lions, powerful roars, and look out over the savannah where hundreds of animals
Poi non mica ci sai pisati.
Here and around Kolmården Zoo, there are a variety of animal species. The vast majority are on the red list of species that are at risk of extinction in the wild. Many of them are part of the zoo's international conservation program to save the species for the future.
أنا زرافة.
An example is the highly endangered Grevi zebra. They are threatened in nature by shrinking habitats. Kolmården Foundation supports a conservation project out in Africa, which helps to save zebras in the wild. We have contributed both veterinary assistance and financial resources. The project has been very successful, and the number of individuals has increased by 20% in recent years. Towering high above any other animal on the savannah is the giraffe. A male can grow up to 5.5 meters tall and weigh as much as 1.5 tons. Taking care of such large animals can be challenging. Training the animals for voluntary cooperation through rewards is therefore very helpful in handling and reduces the need for anesthesia. Training also provides physical activity and exercise for the brain and is part of their daily care.
فعلا در باغوش سویدن هستیم امروز. آمدیم که از حیوانات دیدن کنیم. جایتان خالی، فعلا سوار ترکابین هستیم. آرام آرام به سمت حیوانات رایی هستیم.
For the giraffes to thrive, they need to eat leaves and branches. We hang the branches high up in the trees so the giraffes can reach for the good leaves. Antelopes, such as wildebeest and blackbucks, are animals that prefer the grass. We grow both shrubs and grass here in the park, and during the summer we drive in 3 tons of freshly cut grass for the animals every day.
Son.
We leave the savannah for a while to see the Swedish forest again and meet a living proof, literally, that there is actually hope of saving the world's animals. The European bison was in fact completely extinct in the wild. There were none left at all. Thanks to the work of the zoos, bison are now roaming the European forests again. Bison from zoos such as Kolmården have been reintroduced in Romania, Poland and Bulgaria. Maybe one day we will see the bison again in the Swedish forest. They were actually here in the wilderness of Kolmården many, many years ago. An animal that is found in the Swedish forest but does not actually belong here is the fallow deer. They have only been here for a few hundred years and came here with human help. They live naturally in Southwest Asia but have adapted well to the Swedish climate. Nowadays, fallow deer are a common sight in the field and along roads in southern and central Sweden. Sometimes you can see a little odd colour on the fallow deer. They can appear in both white and black variants. This is a result of selective breeding in private animal collections. Here in the forest, we also find our moose. The moose is the world's largest deer, and a bull can weigh around half a ton. In the summer, it is easy to see the difference between a bull and a cow, because the bull has large antlers, whilst the cow has no antlers at all. In winter, when the bull has lost its antlers, it can be a little trickier to see the difference between them. But it is only for a short while as the bull's antlers begin to regrow. In general, bulls are much larger in size. The pear David's deer originates in wetlands in China, but has long been extinct in the wild. The species remains in zoos in several parts of the world. This has made it possible for the pear David deer to be reintroduced to China again. Like all deer, the males lose their large antlers every year, and new ones then grow out. As the antlers grow, they are covered by something called velvet. The velvet contains many blood vessels and nourishes the antlers. When the antlers have grown clear, the velvet layer is rubbed off. Did you know that the antlers are actually completely white? The colour they get from the trees and plants that the deer has scraped the antlers against.
Alien بود.
Now we will soon meet one of the world's most mythical and powerful animals, the African lion. Did you know that in the
Yeah,
lion's
you're
pride,
ninjas.
it is the females that hunt?
Share.
The males defend the hunting area, the food and the young when the females are away hunting. Once the prey is caught, it is the males that eat first, then the females and last of all the young. Here in the zoo, the animal keepers make it challenging for the lions when they eat to stimulate natural behaviours and for mental and physical stimulation. That's why we've built the cages you see below. They should look like the chest of a buffalo. We fill the cages with meat, and then the lions have to work with both their claws and teeth to get everything out. Another way to stimulate lions' natural behaviours is to let them use their sense of smell to find food that we have hidden out in the environment. Before we go past our lions for a second time, we must see our brown bears again. In nature, bears like to keep to themselves, but here in the zoo we can have several bears together. That we have several animals, and sometimes several different species together, gives the animals more stimulation and variety. It simply contributes to their well-being. That the animals with us thrive is the most important thing. Zookeepers, veterinarians, biologists and a zoologist work every day, all year round, to take care of the animals. The bears are actually the only animal in the park that do not require our care in the winter. They go into hibernation and stay in their dens for several months. But of course, we keep an eye on them. In order not to disturb them, we have installed cameras in their dens so that we can see that they are fine.
دوستای عزیز، یکی از بهترین باغوش هایی که و طول عمرم تا هنوز رفتم همین باغوش سویدن است که همین لحظه براتون فیلم میگیرم. یک از زیباترین باغوش ها از نظر من و حساب میره، ولی چون خودت آدم ها اجازه نداره قد پای خود داخل بگرده، با او خاطر از تریکابین ها درست کرده که با سوار تریکابین میشی در حدود نیم ساعت تا 40 دقیقه وقت میگیره تا تمام پارک تو دور بزنی. همراه تریکابین شتگیستی و بالای هر ایوان بالای خانش تریکابین میایه و تو اجازه نداری با پایت دور بر قفس از اینا چی کنی، مزاحمت برش کنی و اجازه چی کنی استرس برای ایوان ها ایجاد کنی، یا مثلا آشغال های خود پرتی سر صدا یا باعث اذیت ایوان ها شوی. با او خاطر یک از بهترین روش هایی که هر کی در فکرش رسیده واقعا خیلی کار بزرگی کرده برای جامعه خود، برای جامعه سویدن. چون من همین لحظه فیلم میگیرم با بهترین کیفیت که امروز تاریخ چند است؟ 26/7/2014 این فیلم را ما گرفتیم و با زودی این را در یوتیوب میمانم و براتون درست میکنم که شما هم ببینید که و نظرتان را در کامنت بنویسید که چگونه یک پارک است از نظر شما. نظر ما که یعنی واقعا ما خیلی خوشم اومد و خیلی ارزشش داره که آدم اینجا بیایه با فامیل خود. و در باغوش خیلی امکانات های دیگه هم داشت که ما اونا را کوتاه فیلم گرفتیم و به زودی اونا را درست میکنم و در یوتیوب خود میمانم باش که شما هم ببینین و نظرتان با ما شریک بسازین، ببینین که چه رقم هست. خوشم اومد.
Almost all of the animals you have seen at Kolmården today were born here in the park or in another European zoo. We do not capture animals from nature, but instead move animals between us. When young animals have grown up and would naturally have left their mother or herd, they may instead move to another zoo. Then it is important to keep track of where the animals come from and who are related to each other. Then you can best ensure that the young animals that are born contribute to maintaining a healthy population.
احتیاط ندارم. Zoos also collaborate by exchanging information and sharing knowledge that has been collected through, for example, various research projects. Over the years, Kolmården has been involved in several projects both here in the park but also around the world. Via the Kolmården Foundation, research and conservation efforts for endangered species in their natural habitat are supported annually. Everything we learn is of great importance in the continued work of saving species from extinction. Yeah,
But our
sure.
lions don't need to think about this. They mostly lie down and relax, just like lions do. After eating a hearty meal, they can actually rest for up to 20 hours a day, completely unaware that they are simultaneously working to save their entire species.
اینم ویوی بالایی، اینم سیار سایکو یا ماسن این طرف سایکو. اینجا دیگه ما رسیدیم. ما رم بگی که ما هم در فیلم بیایم سب شد رقم بگی که چی نشد.